shouting in the old farmhouse. It was past midnight when we pulled up to the old farmhouse, deep in the woods. The place was surrounded by towering trees and a suffocating silence, the kind that made you look over your shoulder every few seconds. All we could hear were our boots crunching on the gravel and the rustling of dry autumn leaves as the wind blew through them. We were there because of a missing persons report. The Harvey family, mom, dad, and 2 kids, hadn't been seen or heard from in 3 days. No calls to work, no sign of them in town, nothing. The report had come from their nearest neighbor, a man named Clem, who lived about a mile down a dirt road. Clem was known in the area for being a bit superstitious, but this time, something in his voice had sounded different. It wasn't just concern, it was fear. This already feels like a ghost story, Perez, my partner, joked, trying to lighten the mood. He was a veteran officer, with over 30 years on the force, and a dry humor that could cut through even the most tense situations. I gave a half-hearted chuckle, gripping my flashlight a little tighter. As we approached the front door, it creaked open slowly with a nudge. The foul smell hit us immediately, the unmistakable scent of rot and decay. Perez covered his nose with his shirt. "This isn't a normal house, Tom," he muttered. We stepped inside cautiously. The living room was dimly lit by an old lamp in the parlor, its weak yellow light barely piercing the darkness. Strange symbols were scribbled all over the walls, circles, spirals, and lines that almost looked like letters, but in no language I had ever seen. Perez examined them with a hard expression, his mouth set in a grim line. "What the hell is this?" he asked. "I had no idea," I replied, feeling uneasy. We moved through the house, starting with the kitchen. Everything seemed untouched, yet there was an unsettling energy in the air, as if the house was holding its breath. The same symbols covered the cabinets, the fridge, even the windows. The smell grew worse, a sour, sickly odor like rotting meat. In the hallway, something caught my eye. A small wooden cross hung from a nail, right above a set of symbols that looked different from the others, sharper, almost malicious. The sight of it sent a chill down my spine. "I don't like this," Perez whispered. "No kidding," I agreed, but we had a job to do. We made our way down the hallway, opening doors to check each room. They were all empty but covered in more of those bizarre markings. The children's room was the worst. Faded toys were scattered across the floor, surrounded by spirals and circles drawn on the walls. The beds were unmade, and on the pillow of the smaller mat was a stuffed rabbit, its fur worn thin. Above it, a massive symbol covered the ceiling, dark and rough-looking, like brushing. Perez muttered, "Whatever happened here, it wasn't good." Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the hallway. We both jumped, turning toward the sound. The front door had slammed shut on its own. Perez glanced at me. "Probably the wind," he said, but we both knew better. Back in the living room, something felt different. The air was heavier, colder. Perez Chris was staring at the walls, sweeping his flashlight over the symbols as if they had changed. Didn't these look different before? He murmured. I was about to respond when we heard it, a soft creak of floorboards from upstairs. You think someone's up there? I asked, keeping my voice low. Chris nodded. Yeah, I think someone might be. He motioned for me to follow, and we started up the stairs, each step slow and deliberate. The hallway upstairs was darker and colder, the snow almost unbearable now. More symbols covered the walls, but these were messy, more erratic, as if whoever had made them had been in a rush. At the end of the hall, we stopped in front of the master bedroom. The door was slightly ajar, and through the crack, we could see a faint flickering light, like candlelight. Chris gave me a look. You go first. I pushed the door open, and the sight that greeted us made my blood run cold. In the middle of the room, surrounded by candles burned down to their knobs, was a circle of symbols, similar to the ones we had seen throughout the house, but darker, more sinister. In the center of the circle was something black and twisted, shriveled like a piece of burnt wood. It might have once been a small animal, but it was impossible to tell. The walls were covered from floor to ceiling with words, not symbols this time, but words in English repeated over and over. You will come. You will come. You will come. What the hell were they doing here? Chris muttered under his breath. Before he could respond, a sudden chill swept through the room, like a gust of wind from an icebox. The candles flickered and then went out, plunging us into darkness. Did you feel that? I whispered. Chris nodded, his face pale. He was staring at the corner of the room, his flashlight shaking in his hand. I followed his gaze and felt my heart stop. There, half hidden in the shadows, was a figure. It was tall and thin, with limbs that seemed too long for its body, bent at unnatural angles. Its eyes were two glowing pinpricks of fire, fixed on us with an unblinking stare. A slow, cruel smile stretched across its face. This isn't a person, I managed to choke out. I grabbed Chris's arm, trying to pull him toward the door, but he was frozen in place, staring at the figure in terror. Then he took a step forward, its head tilting as if amused. I shook Chris harder, snapping him out of it. He blinked, then nodded, and we both turned and ran. We bolted down the stairs, the sound of our boots echoing through the house. Behind us, I heard a low, rumbling laugh, like a growl from a wild animal. We reached the front door and yanked it open, sprinting outside into the cold night air. We didn't stop running until we were halfway down the dirt road, the farmhouse in dark silhouette against the moonlit sky. Leaning against the car, we caught our breath, both of us pale and shaking. What the hell was that? Chris gasped. I shook my head. I don't know. But those symbols, they were holding something back. And I think we let it out. Chris stared at me, his eyes wide with fear. Are you saying that thing was a demon? I didn't respond. I didn't know what it was. and it definitely wasn't friendly. We reported what we had seen, but by the time backup arrived, the farmhouse was empty. No figure, no symbols, no sign of the Harveys. It was as if the place had been wiped clean. To this day, I find myself lying awake at night, thinking about that farmhouse. I wonder if somewhere out there in the dark, that thing is still waiting, still watching. And I fear that one day, it might come for me.